Hey YouTube, it is race day 2011, the Diecast Kid, www.nascardiecastnews.weebly.com. Well, it's that time of year again. Welcome back, I guess. This is just a little preview for Season 7. I believe this is a very good preview, if you ask me, if I don't say so myself. Anyways, today we got a very special Diecast review to me and to all my good pals who attend the Indianapolis 500 every single year. This is the Alexander Rossi 2016, the 100th running winning car. This is a beautiful diecast. Oh my God, is it beautiful. I love the Honda Aero kit. I love the car itself. The design of the car looks beautiful. Fun fact, some fun facts about this car. First of all, see the car in the photo there on this box and this diecast itself. I really gotta say, the car in the photo just about as much fuel as a diecast that you see right in front of you. I mean, look at this box here. Look at the car right there. The LED monitor is off, which probably means to me that car was on fumes when it came to the start-finish line. If you don't know about the story about the 100th running in the Indianapolis 500, the Andretti Autosport team pretty much dominated the race. I mean, an Andretti Autosport, powered by Brian Herta car, won the race. But Ryan Hunter-Reay and Townsend Bell pretty much led the thing. But as you may well know, that they got into a collision on pit road, and the sole soldier that was left for Andretti pretty much, because Marco was out of the picture. Marco was just nowhere to be found in the whole god darn race. And Munoz almost had a shot. Oh God, Munoz. Oh, I felt so bad for him. He was crying after the race. I felt so bad for Carlos. I really did. He had a shot to win too. If Rossi didn't pull off this insane strategy, we would have been reviewing a UFD Carlos Munoz car instead. Or a Joseph Newgarden preferred car. That was a beautiful car. But the Hondas shockingly prevailed in this race. And, we got a Honda to review for this car. And I am so excited to film this diecast review for you all. And this is the figure version that comes with your order from the Indianapolis Motor Speedways. We'll get to zoom in on this little figure. As you may well know, this figure is a pose that Alexander Rossi did when his car was out of fuel after he won the race. After he won the race, the car just shut off. The car was out of fuel. And he barely coasted over to turn 4, and believe it or not, Alexander Rossi had to be towed back to victory lane. So while I was waiting for the tow truck, he got out and saluted the crowd, and that is the exact pose that this figure is making. So this figure, very nice figure. It's got all of his sponsors on it. It almost exactly replicates his uniform. I really do like Alexander Rossi's helmet. His helmet is pretty cool. For us IndyCar collectors, the helmets are usually a pretty big deal. I know a good friend of mine who collects mini helmets, and he loves helmet designs each year that the IndyCar drivers produce. And now let's go over the packaging of this car. As you can see, that this side of the packaging, we have the car itself running out of fuel crossing the start-finish line. Got Alexander Rossi with the Borg Warner Trophy. And this is an adult collectible. Contains one diecast car. And we have the Indianapolis 500 logo with Alexander Rossi as the champion. And they are partnered with Andretti Autosport, even though this is technically Brian Herta's car. Anyways, there's Michael Andretti and there's Brian Herta standing right next to him. And we'll show you some pictures of Brian Herta and some of Alexander Rossi here pretty soon. I took some pictures of this car after it won the race, and I managed to get right into the garage area after he won. And that was just a privilege of its own, because the crew members were like, we don't have a shot glass worth of fuel in this car. And there is the car, and you can see right by the LED scoring monitor that indeed right there, there's a hole right there, and the hole you can put a little pole in there, and that is the towing pole, I like to call it. As you can see, Rossi saluting the crowd right there. And you see Alexander Rossi Just a beautiful race version, and there's one of the most iconic photos of Alexander Rossi. Well, I guess the car wasn't out of fuel by then because the scoring monitor was working on the right side of the car. Anyways, you can see the whole story about IMS and the Indianapolis 500 in the month of May, and how Alexander Rossi had a really relatively quiet month. He really did. I mean, I didn't expect Rossi to win the race at all. I mean, let's face it, NAPA literally signed on I believe 2 days, or the day before for bump day qualifying. That's when they signed on. And did that investment pay off big time for them? Big time. Anyways, this is a new camera, by the way. It's the same exact model. And before I begin this diecast review, I want you guys to leave positive and constructive feedback about this new camera. It's the same exact model I said before, and I just want to get the settings right. So I hope I have the settings right for this diecast review, because this is actually a pretty important diecast review. But anyways, here is the 164, and we'll show you the 164 right now as we speak. And I don't review the 164s, as you may well documented. This may have been well documented earlier, but I do get these signed by the driver. So I absolutely hate to take these out of the packaging. These stay mint in box, and these diecasts will get signed next May. I cannot wait for next May already. But this warm weather just got me so excited for the month of May. And comment below, guys. Comment below what was your favorite part about this month in Indianapolis. Like bump day qualifying, pole day, Hinch getting the pole. By the way, there's a team photo right there. I love that team photo. They really are some cool people at Andretti Autosport. And fun fact about this car. This car is also now retired. What that means is the chassis of the car is retired, and they will put this on display at the IMS Museum or at Andretti Autosport's lobby. So anyways, we got Carolina Tools, got the chrome nose of Andretti Autosport, instead of the chrome horn like Paul Tracy would give you. Got Delara, Brian Herter Autosport, California Pizza Kitchen. By the way, when that car was revealed, I met a very good friend of mine, Mason. So, hello, Mason, if you're watching this diecast review. Robert Graham, UFD, DHL, Snapple, Verizon IndyCar Series, Honda, Castrol Edge, 98, NAPA, Alaska Coffee Roasting Company, which is a personal sponsor of Alexander Rossi. Jijapen, Siemens, Professional Lifetime Equipment for NAPA, and Andretti Autosport. And let's proceed over to here. Let's go on to this side. CSNA, which I believe is another personal sponsor of Alexander Rossi. Got a tiny NAPA Auto Parts logo. Oh, I just zoomed in too closely there. That wasn't the camera's fault. That was my fault. Mocket. Technicolor. I like Technicolor. That's an old film company. I'm glad to see them still around. We got NAPA Ball Camp. I guess that's this car was made to promote the local NAPA shops here in the Indianapolis area, so they really invested big time on that car. ShopHonda.com, Snapple, ZE. That Firestone logo looks fantastic. On the sponsor blocker, we got Carolina Tools, NAPA Auto Parts, Sunoco, Alexander Rossi. Got the Verizon IndyCar Series logo, Honda, Castrol Edge. Let's see, we got Purple Power, Blaster. Says work it like a pro. Curb Records. Curb is a thing with Curb Anigan, and he always had the number 98 car, and he's been partnered with Brian Herter right there. So good shot at getting another win for yourself, man. P1 Award, Firestone, Verizon. And if you take a look on the top of the tire guard, there's a giant D there. Oh, God. I like the... Oh, God. Oh. The Sunny D review all over again. Curb Records, DMG Maury, Sharon Williams, STP, Black Flag, Blaster, Work It Like a Pro. And on the corner here, we have NAPA Auto Parts and Rook Security, AF. Okay, I believe that's about it, and we'll proceed to go into the back bumper of the car now. So, the camera got a little bit funky there for a second. I apologize for that. And on the back bumpers, you can clearly see the Honda bumper guards. They have a yellow number 98, which signifies that Alexander Rossi was a rookie at the Indianapolis 500 and for the Verizon IndyCar Series. And right here, as you can see, there's supposed to be a yellow stripe here too, where the anti-flip thingies come about. When the car goes backwards, it's kind of like a roof flap. Indy cars have that on the back wing now because of what happened last year with all the flips with the Chevrolets. So they had to make something there. I'll make it a little zoom in closer there. Let's see. Yeah, it's supposed to be right where that black is. As you can see, the little caution light too on the back. And you got the little swan fin. I like the little swan fin. That's a really nice swan fin. And this side the same as the left. So let's go over this paint job. This livery, as I like to call it for IndyCar. Well, that's technically the right term for a paint scheme. It's supposed to be called livery. By the way, I am sick. Just to make this review even more fun. But anyways, let's go over the livery of this car. What's signified with all Andretti cars, we got the chrome nose, all blue on the nose. Then we have the signature Andretti Autosport livery, where they have a base color and the top of the car is a different color. So you can see the top right here on the nose of the car, or the tub. As you can see, there's a strip of red that kind of goes into like a little banner type of shape there. We got a strip of blue, and then it's all yellow above, sandwiched in between that. Where the top of the engine cover is, it is all yellow. The TV pod's colored red. Sorry if my hand's a little shaky here, guys. I just had a bunch of coffee this afternoon, so I'm a little jumpy here. Anyways, we got the wing is all colored in a yellow color. What do you want to call these things? I forget what you call them on top, but the bumper guards are blue. The bumper guards on top are red, and I believe we'll call they just called little extra pods. I don't know. I don't really know the term for them. Anyways, the rest of the car, the base color is basically colored blue. As you can see, oh, by the way, I forgot NAPA Auto Parts right there. They got a little sponsor on the bumper guards. How about that? So anyways, we go supposed to be a white number 98 if it's anybody else but a rookie. But since he's a rookie, we have a yellow back bumper. And voila, this side the same as the left. So, ladies and gentlemen, I really would recommend buying the Alexander Rossi Indianapolis 500 winner. It is such a beautiful piece of diecast that, as an IndyCar person myself, not many fans know about this. I mean, a lot of my fans watch my videos constantly, and they see me doing all these NASCAR reviews. And NASCAR is cool and all and everything, but, what comes to my heart is the sport of IndyCar racing. And I'll tell you why as well. The IndyCar people are just so friendly when you go to the track. And the drivers are so accessible that, this guy right here is a fan of those guys for life. As you can see, we'll pull up some images here. So I'm going to talk to you guys while I pull these images up. Anyways, here we go. Right here, I see right here's a photo of the actual car itself, and I got to take a picture of it after the race. And Brian Hurd assigned it P1 because I told him about this, the car owners, and not the car owners, the mechanics talking about the shot glass with the fuel situation. Anyways, there's a bunch of pictures of Alexander Rossi at the Glen. There's another picture of him at the getting refilled, and there's him going through tech, I believe, on pole day, and that's him at the Glen again. Some of these photos are just really cool, and I love taking pictures of Indy cars. Indy cars are so cool to take pictures of. See, there's Rossi and Ryan Hurd and Alexander Rossi signed both of these pictures. Just beautiful. I love sharing my photography with you guys, so maybe one of these days, if you want to see my photography, just by all means, contact me on social media, and we'll share some photography stories with you guys. So I thoroughly enjoyed doing this diecast review. You know, this is something that's near and dear and close to the heart for me. So please comment, like, and subscribe. This is Race Daytona reminding you to join the fight to stop bullying. It gets better, and the diecast kid is always happy to see ya.